What's going on, everybody? All right, I am going to explain really briefly what the 3 types of abortion are, and I've had them all. So, have any questions? Send them my way. Hate's welcome as well, as you know. So the first is obviously the abortion pill. I don't know, but I have a video on that in detail. You can watch that, but more or less, I took the first pill the day before I had my abortion. Then the second day, exactly, I believe it was exactly 24 hours after I'd taken the original, I took the abortion pills, and a few hours later, I began to have cramps, and they're very much like period pain, like a strong period pain. And then I had my abortion in the bathroom, and there was no baby in there. Just letting you know, there's no little hands, there's no little head. All those images that they put out there are fake. I cannot emphasize that enough. I've seen it. I've had, anyways, all it is tissues, okay? An embryo and a fetus. I don't care how happy you are to be pregnant. You don't have a baby inside you. You have a possibility of a baby inside you, especially with the mortality rate, infant mortality rate we have in America. But that's a whole other story. I'm not trying to scare you, just being real. It was not a big deal. It was a stomach ache at worst. Next day I was back on my feet and fine. So that was that. And if you want more information on that, I will try to remember to put the link down in the description. So at my most recent abortion, a couple years ago, was the vacuum abortion. It takes about 10 minutes. You still have to take the abortion pills to get things going, but I don't know what to say about it. You have a doctor come in, he removes the fetus or embryo tissues. I was 14 and a half weeks, so whatever tissues you want. Again, I saw these. Again, there was no cute little hands or feet or heads or none of that. It was tissue, because you have a developing possibility of a child. That's what that is. It's like making coffee, as I said before. You put the beans in, and then you start it. You don't have fucking coffee until you have coffee. You have beans going through something and processing, right? So in this case, you have tissue forming and changing, and you have other things going on, but you don't have a baby, right? Now, I know my the one that people enjoy the most, and the one I'm going to have a fuller video on soon, was my surgical abortion at 24 weeks. The reasons and all of that I will happily discuss. I do not regret it. I did it out of love, and that's the thing people need to understand. You don't need to know why someone is having an abortion. You don't need to understand anything about it other than if she wants an abortion and she knows it's right for her and her family. That should be it. It shouldn't be, it's okay if someone attacked her, but if they didn't attack her, then having a child is more than being pregnant, right? After 9 months, you have a responsibility to a child, to another living, at that point, living being. Once it comes out and takes its first breath, that's life to me, okay? So whenever you deem it, it's not. You have tissue. And if you're going to say tissue has the same worth as a woman, and I know there are people out there that will say, oh yes, tissues that are developing into a potential child do have more value than a woman, because I've heard from you idiots, but it's not true. So during a surgical abortion, and these are more rare, but I was blessed enough to be able to get it in Texas, ironically. They usually give you anesthesia, and they remove, well, the day before you begin, they induce labor, and then you go through the night. At least maybe it was state law that made you need to go through I don't remember. But the next day you go in, you get more pills, more of the abortion pills, and then you go to the back. I have never been so happy when I woke up in my life. It took maybe 15-20 minutes, and I was ecstatic. That's not to say that the potential growing inside me didn't matter or I didn't care. I obviously cared a lot because I waited a long time and I did a lot of debating. But in the end, it wasn't right. So, that's really all there is to it. That's it. So there are your 3 different types of abortions explained, and I will talk to you guys soon.